What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Events Rayola coming live and direct from Africa. So guys, I've been advocating for the black people to come back to the motherland. I've been pushing for the black Americans specifically to come back to Africa. To come to Africa, try trace their ancestry, settle in Africa, build in Africa, invest in Africa, and get to change Africa, so that we may be able to build the motherland. So I've been pushing for this so much, and a lot of black Americans have been subscribing to my channel. A lot of Jamaicans have been subscribing to my channel, and they've been asking me one question: how are black American people treated here in Kenya, where I am right now, in Africa? How do black American people get to be treated in Kenya? And this has been a very interesting question, because it seems like people are buying into the idea to move back to Africa. So guys, that will be the topic of today's video. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you all do consider subscribing to this channel. I hope this information will be insightful for you, even as you plan to move back to the motherland. And guys, remember, I promised you all that when you come to Africa and you let me know that you're in Kenya specifically, I'll be offering you these nice art with your name on it. Mine is written Rayola right here. This is Rayola. If you want yours, I'll work on it and ensure that you get it upon arriving into my beautiful country, Kenya. So how are black Americans treated here in Kenya? Just like any other African country, Kenyans have a lot of hospitality. Kenyans do love black Americans. When a Kenyan hears that you're from America, they'll ask you a lot of questions, because they want to know how you're surviving in the US. How do the white people treat you in the US? They'll ask you a lot of questions, including the economy of the US. So the first thing that probably you will notice when you come to Kenya, in regards to how the Kenyans will treat you, is they'll ask you a lot of questions about the US. Some of these questions will be like, which countries do your ancestors come from? They want to know if you have any connections to Africa. They'll ask you, how do white people treat you in America? They'll ask you questions like, how do you love Kenya? How have you found Kenya? They'll ask you a lot of questions. So that is clear. When you come to Kenya, you will get a lot of questions from Kenyans. They want to know a lot about black Americans. The second thing on how Kenyans will treat you as a black American, especially if you're a black American man and you're coming to Kenya. Wow. The Kenyan ladies are something else. Kenyan ladies, I'm sorry, but I have to put this straight in regards to how you all treat black American men. They are wild Kenyan girls. They fall over black American guys. Kenyan girls love adventure, And you see, when somebody is new in a country, they want to go for the safaris, They want to move to different places, get to learn the cultures in the area. They want to taste different foods. So Kenyan girls really love such kind of people. They love adventure. They want you to take them out. They want you to take them to safaris. They want you to spend money on them. So Kenyan girls love adventure, and they're wild. I'm sorry to say this. Nobody can blame them though. After all, Kenya is the capital of wild animals. If you get it, it's okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. They're just as wild as the wild animals here. So if you come to Kenya, expect a lot of love from the Kenyan ladies. There is something with Kenyan ladies. They really love foreigners. They love foreigners so much. And in a way, we as the natives here are losing a lot of girls to foreigners. Many girls prefer being married to black Americans. They prefer being married to Nigerians, but not us locals. When they hear that you come from abroad, that's just everything to them. They know that people from abroad come with good treatment when it comes to them. They believe the black Americans treat women right, and they can be so submissive to black American men. That's just a fun fact about Kenyan men in regards to how they treat black Americans. Now let us move to the third group or set of people in Kenya and how they treat you. Let's go to the police. When you meet a Kenyan police, it would be really hard for them to tell if you're Kenyan or black American, because after all we have the same skin complexion, we look the same. Unless you have a Nigerian accent, they may want to dig in and know, to get to know you, where you came from. They'll ask you for your passport because, Nigerians are associated with a lot of bad works here in Kenya many a times. Not all Nigerians, but most Nigerians are always in the radar of policemen. When a policeman hears you speaking a Nigerian accent, they usually think like you're trafficking drugs or you're doing an illegal business. So they ask you a lot of questions. So if you're a black American man with a Nigerian accent, of which it's rare to find one, you can be in a lot of trouble with the police. They'd want to ask you questions, they'd ask you for your passport, what you're doing in Kenya, things like that. So if you're a black American and you're in Kenya, ensure you're walking with your passport your visa on the passport, because they may disturb you at times. The Kenyan police are associated many a times with a lot of corruption. They'd want something small from you. So ensure you have the right papers as you walk in the streets of Nairobi, Kenya, because they can easily tell that American accent too. So if you speak with that strong American accent, they'd want to ask you a lot of questions, get to know if you have the rightful papers for you to be in our country, and a lot, because they want something small. And others are they have a lot of hospitality. They may welcome you, treat you so well, even than any other person. And let's go to the fourth set of Kenyans, to the service industry. It could be in a hotel, it could be in a plane, in a bus. Many a times Kenyans do treat black Americans better than they treat their own brothers and sisters, because they love foreigners so much. Kenyans naturally do love foreigners. If we are to board an aeroplane, and myself, I do not have a VIP ticket, and a black American guy comes and wants to enter the VIP lounge for the first class, he can easily get to the first class than an ordinary Kenyan. They'd want for me to show them my ticket to see the class in which I am boarding. But for a black American guy, you just pass straight. They show love to black American guys. I actually met a black American some time back, and he explained to me that he went with his girlfriend to a salon. He has dreadlocks. He wanted for them to be retouched, for them to be made neatly. And he walked into a salon, and there was a line. It was a busy day, but the salonist had the accent, is black American, and he just made a way for him to be worked on first before the other Kenyans who were there. And some Kenyans were complaining and saying, you're only treating him right because he's black American, you've heard of his accent and all those things. But that's just a thing with Kenyans. Kenyans will always treat foreigners well. Kenyans have a lot of hospitality. So when you come to Kenya, when you're going to be served in these big hotels, you want to be served in an hospital, anywhere where service is required, you'll tend to get a lot of love from Kenyans. So come to Kenya and get to experience this. Another thing that I'd say when you come to Kenya with as a black American, you'd face is a little bit of you can easily be conned. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but you can easily be conned, just like any other place in the world. When a Kenyan hears your accent, they'd want for them to get a lot of money from you. They always assume that people from the US have a lot of money because they're paid in dollars. So when you come to Kenya and you work with a Kenyan, they'll easily insist for you to pay them in dollars. They won't talk about the Kenya shillings. They'll always speak in matters dollars, you know. So when you're working with Kenyan people, ensure that you're so vigilant, ensure that everything is straight, because you can easily be conned. You can easily be conned as a black American in Kenya. So guys, you notice I've told you all the positive stuff about Kenya for a black American guy, and I've mentioned two negative stuff about I mentioned about the police. It could be like 70-30%. So 30% of the police could do you wrong. 70% of the police are good. Then I mentioned people would want to pocket money from you guys. So you must be vigilant when you come to my country, Kenya. But you notice there is a lot of love in Kenya than bad things. So just be sure that our Kenyan girls will love you. They will show you love. They'd want for you to marry them. So if you're looking to get a wife, you can easily get a wife in Kenya. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for always supporting my content, sharing it with your family, you know. Some people are also supporting me through super thanks. I do not take it for granted, man. In any way that you all can support me, I'd really appreciate. So thank you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about Kenya. This was a video about how you will be treated as a black American here in Kenya. See you guys in my next video. Oh, before I end this video, remember, if you come to Kenya, you must get one of these. Just tell me, Rayola, I'm on my way to Kenya soon. I'll be getting my flight soon. You'll get these for free with your name written on it. So guys, see you in Kenya, and lots of love from Kenya. See you guys in my next video. Adios.